Okay, thank you so much. This is Lourdes Marquez from ONCE Foundation, Spain. I'm a middle 40s woman with brown hair and a turtleneck black. And I'm very happy to participate in this interesting session. I'm here with Sumita from Zero Project team. I take advantage to thank for all your support. So let's start with the session. First of all, let me welcome the participants and the panelists of this session. It is a pleasure for me to be here today introducing this panel, which is titled ICT, Innovation for Inclusion program, together with Ingrid Rojas, who is at the other side of the ocean in Chile. Greetings, Ingrid. Well, we all know that the UN Convention is the roadmap to follow if we want to achieve not only the recognition, but also the implementation of the rights of people with disabilities. This is important. This important international treatment has been the lighthouse of this program, mainly the Article 27 regarding the right to work under equal opportunities and conditions with others. New technologies have become essential for the improvement and the normalization for the lives of people with disabilities, and their access to employment is not an exception. New technologies have been meant before and after in the employment of people with disabilities. The development of conventional technology, mobiles, tablets, applications, if they are accessible, together with this new irruption and different technologies adaptations, as virtual mouse and keyboards, braille printers, and 3D printers also, are reducing the gap between people with disabilities and people without disabilities. So this session will showcase the result of this interesting program. Ingrid is going to explain us deeper with what are the projects that have been presented and developed there. So I do not want to end without thanking the Zero Project team again for this success conference this year again. And with Ingrid, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Lourdes, for your wonderful introduction, and thanks to all for joining us today. And welcome to the event ICT Innovation for Inclusion at the Zero Project Conference 2022. For those who don't know me, my name is Ingrid Rojas, manager of Pacto de Productividad Chile. My hair is blonde, the color of my eye is green, and on this occasion, I'm dressing a black blouse and I'm wearing glasses. I'm so happy to be here today sharing with you the work for almost 2 years together with our dear partners from the Innovation Laboratory, the Inter-American Development Bank, or IDB Lab, and Corona Foundation from Colombia to replace in Chile a very successful experience called Pacto de Productividad. Pacto de Productividad is a public-private initiative born in Colombia in 2009, and since 2020, it is being replicated in Chile. Its mission is to articulate different social, political, and business actors in the labor promotion of people with disabilities. In Chile, Pacto de Productividad is led by Descúbreme Foundation and the IDB Lab with the technical support of Corona Foundation from Colombia. In order to make strategic decisions, the program created an intersectoral governance system formed by public, private, and civil sectors. Its objective is to set quality standards for an inclusive employment for people with disabilities and therefore to guarantee equal opportunities for all.
So thank you so much, Ingrid. We know that currently there is a close relationship between access and use of technology and the level of labor productivity. The use of technology makes possible to increase people's productivity levels and simplify some tasks, contributing to the efficiency of processes. However, the real and large-scale impact of technology on the performance and productivity of employees with disabilities is unknown. Neither there is much evidence of technological solutions that have involved the perspective of people with disabilities in their development. Besides, if we add the high cost of some of these technologies and the little knowledge that many employers have about the true potential of them, we can also see that this is an opportunity to remove the barriers that still put limits to the labor inclusion. And due to this reason, we are here today.
The good news, Lourdes, is that every day there are more progresses, and in recent years we have observed important technological innovations that have improved the employment of people with disabilities in the formal labor market. Some examples are screen readers and online sign language interpretation systems. Technological innovation is a main line of Pacto de Productividad. We hope to identify and test technological solutions that improve the performance of workers with disabilities in different productive sectors. As we know, to achieve this, in 2020, both Pacto de Productividad and IDB Lab joined in a strategic alliance with Zero Project to develop the first version of the ICT Innovation for Inclusion program. This program aims to implement technological and innovative solutions that facilitate the employment of people with disabilities. During the Zero Project Award, the team evaluated a series of proven technological solutions from international institutions for the employment of people with disabilities that could be replicated at the Chilean context. These solutions went through a rigorous selection process, and after a few months, we selected 3 projects that began their implementation during the second half of 2021. These are ONCE Foundation from Spain, Egalité from Brazil, and Enable India. Currently, each initiative is developing a pilot with a strategic partner in Chile, with whom they carry out tests and learn how to adapt each project to our national reality. Today, we are here to know their progress, so we are going to ask each representative of these projects to tell us about how the implementation process has been doing. Let me first introduce Julian Tarbox, representative of Enable India, one of the largest organizations working for disability inclusion in India and Asia. Julian is working with William Cuevas from Luz Foundation, and they will present the progress on the iTool that has now been rebranded as Blimey, whose purpose is to promote learning and productivity of people with visual disabilities.
Thank you, Ingrid. My name is Julian Tarbox from Enable India, and today I'm going to be talking to you about Blimey. Blimey was created by Enable India. Enable India was founded in 1997 with a vision to create economic independence and dignity for people with disabilities across India. Enable India was founded by Dipesh Suthuria and Shanti Raghavan, both software professionals. Enable India is passionate about building platforms and tools that help people with disabilities create their own careers and enable them to connect to jobs. Enable India created the iTool, and that has now been rebranded as Blimey. Blimey is a tool that enables persons with vision impairment to learn screen reader. It is a self-learning tool that creates digital pathways for computer-based jobs for persons with vision impairment. Over the last several months, we've been working with Luz Foundation and the Productivity Pact in Chile on a very exciting project. We are translating Blimey from English into Spanish, and we're also developing our first training batch in Chile with Luz Foundation. This is a very exciting project for us. It doesn't just represent a group of people with vision impairment being trained. It represents an opportunity for the entire Spanish-speaking world to learn screen reader technology by using Blimey. Blimey is impacting education and livelihoods for visually impaired. It is easy to use, going to blimey.live. It is scalable because it is free to use for people with vision impairment, and it also reduces the dependencies on trainers, enabling people with vision impairment to take responsibility and ownership for their own learning. I'm now going to ask my friend Narendra from Enable India, a person with vision impairment, to give a demonstration of Blimey using screen reader technology.
Applications. Hi, my name is Narendra. I am from Enable India. Now I am going to show you how to use Blimey. To open a Blimey, I need to go to desktop to launch the Blimey application.
Desktop list, Blimey 17. Loading, edit, read, desk, Blimey login for.
Once the Blimey application is open, I need to enter my credential to log into Blimey.
Password edit protected blank. Star, 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 star. Login button alt L. Desktop list, tab control.
Based on the content preferences I set, all the exercises are downloaded to Blimey. Let me select any one of the exercise and start learning.
Space selected, begin button alt B. Resume dialog, you have no button alt N. Exercise details, exercise 1 in.
Each exercises got its own objective.
Exercise details tutor.
Also, each exercises got its own tutorials to learn about the concept.
Help F1 open. Instruction 1 edit. Section 1. List blank. How does the desktop look like?
This is the first instruction. The instruction is how does the desktop look like. Let me go through the options below.
Blank, blank, options. 1. Desktop is round in shape and covers entire computer screen. Blank. 2. Desktop is triangular in shape and covers entire computer screen. Blank. 3. Desktop is rectangular in shape and covers entire computer screen. Blank. 4. Desktop is square in shape and covers entire computer screen. Blank, blank. This question has only one answer. Enter the option number in the text box below. Press F5 key to write the answer. Press F2.
Now I know the answer. Let me input my answer for the evaluation.
Answer edit. Type and text multi 3. Pane. Feedback. You have selected the option. Desktop is rectangular in shape and covers entire computer screen. Result. Your answer is correct. Note. Desktop is in the form of a rectangular shape and it covers the entire computer screen. Press enter to continue multi-line.
Yes, I got it right. Similarly, after each instruction, Blimey will give me instant feedback. Thank you.
Desktop.
And thank you, Narendra. What Narendra has shown us is one of the most basic exercises that we have available in Blimey. There are more than 500 exercises becoming available in Blimey. Some of these exercises cover more difficult topics, and Blimey is capable of checking to see whether a user has been able to create the document, edit the document, save a document in a correct location. So Blimey is not just for new users of screen reader technology, but is also suitable for more experienced users. I'm now going to introduce you to Williams from Luz Foundation, who will talk a little bit about our partnership and our strategy to develop Blimey within Chile.
Thank you, Julian and Enable India, for the introduction. My name is William Cuevas, and I am a computer trainer at Fundación Luz. I would like to talk briefly about our history and mission, and also about the impact that Blimey will have upon us. Fundación Luz was created in 1924 by Esther Uneus, a famous national writer for children, who, along with other collaborators, shaped our institution into what it is today. Currently, Fundación Luz works with visually impaired people at different stages of their life. An early care program for babies, the Santa Lucia School for school-age children, a rehabilitation program for youth and adults, and job training and inclusion programs. At Fundación Luz, we are happy to collaborate with Enable India, with all their experience and achievements they have with the Blimey tool, and implement it in all possible areas of our work. At the moment, we are working together on translating the tool into Spanish and training our instructors so that they can use it, and also create our own content for our lessons and exercises. Therefore, the specific milestones that we wish to reach are: promote the education of adults or young people, and the Santa Lucia School and the rehabilitation program. Use the tool in the training program to simulate cases and thus better prepare students, and enhance the skills of people in the labor inclusion program or workers who are already hired in order to make them more productive and autonomous in the computer area. I am aware that even in this work, we still have a way to go, so that this milestone can become a reality. However, we are already taking steps to be able to get where we expect, in alliance with Pacto de Productividad Chile, Enable India, and Fundación Luz.
Yeah.
Thank you, Williams, and thank you to
thank you.
Luz Foundation and the Productivity Pact in Chile. On behalf of Enable India, I want to say that we are very excited about this project, and we wish you all the best for the rest of the conference.
Okay, so thank you both to Julian and William, and congratulations for this great project and all what they have achieved. Now let me introduce you to Guilherme Braga, founder of Egalité, Inclusion and Diversity, a Brazilian social enterprise that has developed an online recruitment platform that who is going to be presented now. He's also showing us some advances from Egalité in Chile, whose strategic partner is la Bolsa Nacional de Empleo. Guilherme is also with a very important guest. Her name is Carolina Saavedra, representative of SOFAN Foundation from Chile, who has tested this platform as well as proposed important adjustments to improve this tool for the employment of people with disabilities. So whenever you want.
Ok, estamos listos. ¿Puedo empezar?
Puedes empezar, no hay problema.
Gracias. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Zero Conference 2022. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Guilherme Braga, and I'm the CEO and founder of Egalité. And we have today with us Carolina from Sofan. Hello, Carolina. Nice to have you here.
Hi, hello.
And in this panel today, we're going to talk about the ICT project that Egalité is developing in Chile and the advancement we had since last year that we mentioned that we were starting this project. So briefly talking about Egalité, we are a company from Brazil specialized in the employment of persons with disabilities. And we created a platform to recruit persons with disabilities and with a behavioral profile test that we use an algorithm to match the right candidate to the right job opportunity, focusing on the potential of the candidate and not just their disability. This platform is fully accessible for all different kinds of disabilities. So when we started this project in Chile, our intention was to find local partners that would support us in the implementation of the recruitment platform. So our plan was always to use the local ecosystem of labor inclusion and support them with the technology that we've been developing here in Brazil. So a very important part of this project, it was not only translating, but adapting the technology to the reality and the culture in Chile. So for this project, we have two local partners that been having a very important role. One of them is Bolsa Nacional de Empleo, that is from the government of Chile, responsible for helping all the citizens to find a job opportunity. So the implementation of our technology will be inside of the website of Bolsa Nacional de Empleo. But before we start launching the platform, it was very important for us to validate everything that it is working here in Brazil that would be working as we want in Chile. So we had the pleasure to meet Sofan, that Carolina is gonna talk a bit more about what they do, but they have a very important role validating our behavioral profile test. So we don't believe that there is a good or a bad profile. There are different profiles. And it's very important for us to identify what job opportunity fits with the profile of the candidate. So we're basically trying to help them to find the right job opportunity for them. And it's a great opportunity to know better what they like. So the first step that we had, it was translating from Portuguese to Spanish. And for those who are not from Spanish-talking countries, we think, oh, they talk Spanish in Latin America, they talk Spanish in Europe, and everything is the same. No, it's different. As I mentioned, every country has different ways of using the language. So it was very important to adapt for Chile. So what we did was hiring a professional translator that would do this between the Brazilian Portuguese and Spanish and Chile. And we had local translators from Chile validating that. So this was the first step that we had. And then we had SOFUN to support us on validating the test. So how did we do that? We applied our test, and SOFUN validated with the psychologists that they have on their team. So we show the results for a psychologist who knew already that those persons, to see if the results of the test were compatible on how this person did. This is the exact same process that we use to validate our test here in Brazil, and we're doing in a smaller samples in Chile to make sure we had everything. But I'm talking too much, Carolina, so I would like to invite you to present SOFUN to everyone and tell a bit more in details how you and your fantastic team are supporting us in this project.
Oh, thanks. Hello, everyone. Let me introduce myself, please. My name is Carolina Saavedra, Head of Project at SOFUN SPA, here in Yungay, in the region of Ñuble, which is in the central area of Chile. SOFUN is a social enterprise that participates within the system of triple impact B companies: social, environmental, and economics. At SOFUN, we work two areas. First, we are a communication agency with focus on accessibility. And second, we develop the work training and inclusion, SOFIA programs for young people with disabilities, working with youth with different types of disabilities who live in urban and rural areas in different regions of the country. The SOFIA program is a social innovation project promoted by the MC Foundation, which supports the development of digital and emotional skills of individuals with disabilities between 18 and 29 years old, with goal of increasing their employability profile. In the next 4 years, we will have an impact on more than 700 young people. In 2021, join Egalité, thanks to Pacto de Productividad Chile, in order to support them in the implementation of their hiring platform for promoting the employment of people with disabilities in Chile, my country. Together with a group of young beneficiaries of our program, we supported the testing of Egalité's technology in its pilot stage to validate its adaptation of the language and culture, with many similarities between the behavioral assessment done by Egalité and the knowledge we have to the participant of our program. In Chile, has a labor inclusion law 21.15, which forced the companies and public agency with 100 or more workers to have 1% of their workforce be made up of people with disabilities. Our SOFIA program, supported by a network of companies for whom it's very important to know the levels of proactivity, teamwork, stability, organization, and adaptability that can be developed the individuals with disabilities in order to achieve an effective work placement. And this can be predicted or estimated thanks to technology developed by Egalité. We hope to be able to use Egalité's technology of our program with work inclusion processes in the short and the middle term. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Carolina, for the details and talking about the great working and the amazing vision you have at SoFun and with Sophia project. It's also very important to mention Pacto de Productividad that is been having an amazing role supporting us during the whole process of the ICT. Pacto de Productividad was the one who connected us. And once we started to think about taking our technology to other countries, even though we didn't knew exactly all of the great initiatives that there are on supporting persons with disabilities to find jobs, but we knew that in those countries we would find partners that would definitely believe the same things we do, and we would be able to provide the technology. And it was an amazing connection with SoFun, because we think very similar, and we are really glad that we found each other, and we're having this support now. SoFun helping Egalité to test and implement the technology in Chile, and in a very near future. And we hope to be here next year on the Zero conference again, talking about the numbers of inclusion that we were able to do together. So Carolina and Rodrigo, thank you so much for the partnership, and thank you Zero Project for the opportunity to be here again. Pacto de Productividad for all the support. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you very much, Guilherme, for sharing your work with us and for accepting the challenge of reproducing this incredible technology in Chile. We appreciate that the joint work between Egalité, SoFun, and La Bolsa Nacional de Empleo will be evolving, and we really hope that with this initiative we will benefit many people with disabilities on their job searching. Now, the last but no less important, let me introduce Paloma Cid from ONCE Foundation, who is going to tell us, along with Carol Moya from the Pedro Aguirre Cerda National Rehabilitation Institute from Chile, about the advances in the process of knowledge transferring for the design and printed 3D products for people with disabilities in order to improve their working conditions at workplaces.
Every once in a while, a new technology, an old problem, and a big idea turn into an innovation. This sentence by Dean Kamen, American entrepreneur and inventor, creator of the Chef Wave and the iBot, gives an idea of what we are doing within the project to design and print super products. Hello to all the people who are listening to us. My name is Paloma Cid. I am an occupational therapist at Fundación ONCE, and I'm going to tell you a brief story. For this, I will be accompanied by Carol Moya, occupational therapist at INRPAC. Fundación ONCE is a leading foundation in Spain. Our goal is to achieve the full inclusion of people with disabilities by developing job training and employment opportunities and promoting universal accessibility, as well as the development of accessible environments, products, and services. In 2018, the project to design and print 3D super products begins thanks to the agreement with the Royal Board on Disability, an independent organization attached to the Ministry of Social Rights and the 2030 Agenda. Its aim is to contribute to the inclusion of people with disabilities in the workplace through equal opportunities. After 2 years of work and 8 designs at the service of all people, the project is presented to the ICT Innovation for Inclusion call. The objective is to carry out a knowledge transfer to a Chilean entity, in this case, Instituto Nacional de Rehabilitación, Pedro Aguirre Cerda. The biggest handicap we have encountered in relation to this training has been the need to carry out the whole process remotely. The sessions are carried out through the Zoom platform, and a repository of materials has been created where the people involved can access the recordings, documentation, and resources that are generated throughout the process. Those of us at the Fundación 11 who are involved in the process agree in highlighting, above all, the high level of professional training of the INRPAC team and their great capacity for learning and concentration, even though we know that it is not an easy material to learn in the current health context that conditions the process. Another challenge is the creation of a legal agreement that fits within the legislative framework of two countries. Thanks to the tenacity, patience, and professionalism of the Fundación Descúbreme team, which is behind this alliance of Pacto de Productividad de Chile, we have achieved the document that meets the needs of both entities based on the legislation of the two countries. So what lies ahead is to enjoy this process that is been so enriching for us. Currently, this project in Spain allows the personalized adaptation of workstation for people with disabilities who require certain support products. The 24 products designed so far have had more than 5,000 downloads during 2021, and more than 20 workstations have been adapted through the request of free printing of products. Finally, before giving the floor to Carol Moya, we are going to watch a short video of the resources that Fundación 11 has deployed for the realization of the project.
Welcome to the Spacia Room, the Fundación 11's innovation and research environment. This is the place where the knowledge transfer project ICT Innovation for Inclusion is prepared and implemented. Every Monday from September 2021 at 8 o'clock in the morning, Chilean time, we have a meeting with the team of the Instituto Nacional de Rehabilitación Pedro Aguirre Cerda through Zoom. For some of these sessions, supporting slides have been used, which can be consulted at any time from this space created specifically to store the resources and recordings that are generated during the sessions. The sessions are recorded in order to be able to review the concepts explained and to facilitate learning for those who cannot attend some of them live. An alliance for the employment inclusion of people with disabilities.
And now I give the floor to Carol Moya, occupational therapist at the Instituto de Rehabilitación Pedro Aguirre Cerda, the real protagonist of this whole process.
Thank you very much, Paloma, for your introduction. First of all, I would like to tell you briefly about INRPAC. We are a public institution specialized in rehabilitation of people with physical disabilities. We provide rehabilitation service to the population from 1 month to 55 years old, being its main objective as a health institution to contribute to the participation and social inclusion of the user throughout the life cycle, for which it has a team of professionals and technicians from different disciplines. We develop their action under the biopsychosocial approach with active participation in the process from the person, family, caregivers, and community. In this framework, the work as an area of human occupation is an essential part of the areas to be considered in the rehabilitation process, being the incorporation or reincorporation of people in it, a fundamental part of the success of the process which must incorporate action aiming and engaging the performance of the person and to adapt the environment. And it is here where the work developed by the Inclusive Technology and Augmentative Alternative Communication Program and the Professional Rehabilitation Program, which are the main participants in the project with ONCE Foundation, is inserted. Within this work team, we are participating 4 occupational therapists, 1 physical therapist, 1 speech therapist, and 1 nursing technician who work in the orthotic and prosthetics workshop. Participation in the project is a great opportunity for the team and the institution, since it allows us to incorporate new technologies in our work and learn from teams with great experience in his field, which has direct implication in the improvement of our care process, in addition to broadening our vision toward other areas of development. For the training, we meet with colleagues from the Foundation in a group equipped for this connection, with all of us who are attending institutions in person to share thoughts and reflect together of the challenge that we face. We have an additional weekly time to continue with the tasks given and study the material, which together with the repository have facilitated the integration of the contents. The experience has been very enriching and challenging because it's a not usual area of our professional practice, so it has required a lot of study. But thanks to the generosity and the teaching methodology of the Foundation team, we are advancing step by step, and we can already see results. We are eager to be able to put into practice everything we have learned with our users, and thus promote the inclusion of people with disability in the workplace and in the future in other areas of life. Thank you very much.
So thank you both, Carol and Paloma. I think we are getting the end of this session, but well, I just wanted to, the best way to close this panel, I think, is to thanking all the people who is involved in this ICT program, amazing one, who are showing us examples of how new technologies can be so helpful to improve the labor inclusion of people with disabilities. I think this is the last session at this press room here in Vienna. So let me thank all the team for your great job. And if you want, Ingrid, you can close the panel. If you are, yeah.
Thank you, Lourdes, for your support, and we wish you the best. Let us remember that these projects not only help people with disabilities, but also they benefit their families, multiplying the impact on their social development. Finally, we hope that all people who have been able to witness this meeting today feel inspired by the work and results of Pacto de Productividad. Additionally, we hope that this successful experience will spread and each country will develop its own versions within the local realities. For more information about this and other projects that Pacto de Productividad Chile is working on, we invite to visit and contact us through our website and email. Thanks to all, and we will meet again in the next opportunity. Bye.